Oh.
Thank you, Jimmy. That was a large family, the Ipoos.
No Ipo. Tanuk. Jimmy. Sophie Tanuk. All those babies. Tanuk.
Then who was that Ipo?
Die time. Tell. Will all those babies die?
They all died at the same time?
He no matter. He tell it.
Surely, Buha. Then all these are not from the same family.
Yeah. All these babies. Sophie, Jimmy Tanuk. 20, maybe. 21, all die. Except Mary. She got job in hotel. Victoria.
1 out of 21.
This, my Sophie, grave house.
Sapristi.
This Sanokwa, wild lady live in woods, steal babies. Steal all Sophie Jimmy's babies but Mary. She got job, gonna be nurse.
But this is so modern. Who has painted this?
Sophie Jimmy's friend, Clewick.
He must be a strong man.
Plenty strong. Make trees with her hand. Told him to.
Her hands? You mean this was painted by a woman?
Yeah. Clewick. She take eyes from the woods, put them in her head. They paint what she sees there.
Where is she now, this Clewick?
Oh, yeah.
Clewick? But she went back home years ago.
Home is not here?
Oh, she's not Indian.
Don't tell me no white person could paint Indian like that.
She's a fussy old maid from one of the first families of Victoria. Solid English stock on both sides of the family.
Sacre tonnerre. How did she get this name, Clewick?
Oh, the Indians gave it to her. It means laughing one. Though how she earned it, I will never understand.
If you soil your dress once more, I'm gonna make you wash it yourself, you filthy little wretch. Oh, all right, I'm coming. You're a disgrace to your race. I don't know whether I can put up with you anymore. Sometimes you're no better than a human being. All right, I'm coming. Hold your horses. Oh, wow. Yes.
Excuse me, are you the Miss Carr that sells dogs?
Yes. Oh, stop it, flirt. Now, get back there, punk. You can't go out. It's pouring wet.
I wanted to get a pet for Edward, and, well, may we come in?
Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to.
Oh, dear. Edward doesn't like big dogs.
That's all right. They don't like little boys.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Well, how about the little dogs?
No, not for sale. They're Belgian Griffins. Only 2 left. Oh. We're not breeding right now. Wait till we're in heat.
Those things on the wall. Do you paint?
Not for years.
Do you give lessons?
Not for the world. I'm sorry we can't do business. Good day.
Oh, but Edward is very good with
Now,
crayons.
mind you don't let the little ones out as you leave.
But really?
All right, out. Get a wiggle on. Get back there, Ginger Pop, you little devil!
I don't think you should be allowed to mistreat animals like that. I have a good mind to report you to the local Humane Society.
You do that. I'm the president. Oh, damn you, Susie. What are you doing in here?
Mommy, I want a white rat.
Come, Edward.
No. No outs today. All right, well, oh, Mama, get your favorite bananas and kippers.
Living alone, no one to answer to, only your thoughts to listen to. Noise of a rat, rain pounding on the roof, sounding the truth, you're all alone. Oh, where did those years go? Now only your tears know. You better take hold, old girl. Living alone, making a cup of tea, marking the time with memory. Night closes in, thoughts tolling like a bell, making your mind a private hell.
Whoa, you beast! Was I ever that small?
Hold still, Emily. One moment, I can't seem to get you all in. I can see Mother, Edith, Clara, Elizabeth, Alice. Oh, stop fussing, Emily and Richard. I'm not too happy about Thomas. Ah, there we are.
Thomas isn't here. He's with William and John. Who? Your other brothers, up in heaven.
Not long now, everyone.
Except they went to heaven straight from England. Where's that? England? No, heaven. Way up there in the trees.
It is not. Heaven's a very beautiful place up in the sky. Father told me all about it, and it sounds very like England.
All right now, children, join hands.
2 pennies. She didn't put them on the plate. You stole from God.
Ready at last. And after this, we shall have our walk.
A little bit of England, far across the sea, with an English garden to take your tea.
With flowers prim and proper, planted in a row, plucked and pruned and potted to look just so.
There's a hedge of holly to box them in.
Growing wild would be a sin.
The peonies and pansies,
Peonies and pansies,
pinks and watercress,
pinks and watercress,
make a blooming garden in a wilderness.
a little bit of England in Victoria.
When you win at cricket, just say huzzah.
It's quite exciting, really.
Really?
Jolly, don't you know?
Anyone for tennis or tally-ho?
If your side is losing on the green, never venture English spleen. Just nod and say, well caught, sir. That's gentility. how they play the game in Victoria, BC. A little bit of England on the last frontier, preserving English customs that we hold dear. And though the reigning monarchs miles and miles away, we ask for their protection each time we pray.
And our cows would brag if they could talk. We're imported English stuff.
And when it's pouring buckets, no one dares complain. Who would mind a soaking in English rain?
Look, Richard, cat. What's that for? It makes cats feel like sailors.
Now, what do we all remember from this morning's sermon? Elizabeth.
The sermon was called In the Beginning, because that's when everything started in the first place, when God made all creatures with his own hands.
That will do, Elizabeth. Alice, how many days did God take to make everything with his own hands?
7. No, 6. And 1 day of rest.
Correct. Emily, what did God do on the first day?
He rested.
Be quiet.
He didn't rest until the 7th day. What were you doing the other 6 days, Emily?
She was looking out the window, Father.
Is this true, Emily?
Yes, Father.
May one ask why?
Because the tops of the cedar trees look more like God's house than Bishop Cridge's church.
Now you've upset your mother with your blasphemy.
And she stole from God, too. 2 pennies.
That will do. Is this also true, Emily?
Yes, but...
Go to the kitchen and finish your meal. With all humility and decorum.
Pleased to make your honorable acquaintance. How much?
2 bits. 2 bits.
How much is this?
2 bits.
And this?
2 bits.
She's naked!
Emily, where is your frock?
I lost it. But, Father, look what I found.
Oh, look, savages! Everywhere! They've taken her dress.
No, they just...
Stop!
2 bits.
Get off this property.
Father, please.
Inside. You will go directly to your room without any dinner.
But I owe the lady 2 bits.
You owe her nothing. That woman was not a lady. She was a heathen. You have nothing to do with such creatures.
But, Father, didn't God make them with his own hands?
Edith, take the child upstairs.
Oh, dear.
I'll teach you to be insolent to your father. Put your nitrous on and get to bed.
But, Dee Dee, my supper.
You'll have your supper tomorrow morning at breakfast.
Food. Smugglers.
What's the matter, Small?
Dee Dee hits hard.
She shouldn't have.
And you shouldn't have snitched to Father either, Big.
Big is sorry, Small.
So is Middle.
Big,
middle, and small. Big, middle, and midget. I'll grow rigid, adding one more in. Big, middle, and small. Big, middle, and urchin. Why keep searching for a way to grow? Look at the famous men of history. Napoleon was short and fat. I could become a man of mystery like that. How I'd slam! Big, middle, and small. Big, middle, and small fry. I'm the fall guy of our family tree. When you think you're tall, it's no good at all to be small. Big, middle, and small. Big, middle, and peewee. I can see me growing 10 feet tall. I feel as tiny as a molehill, as anyone can see. Won't someone try and make a mountain of me? Fujiyama. Big, middle, and small. Big, middle, and weenie. Will some genie ever set me free? When you think you're tall, it's no good at all to be small. Emily fetch it all the livelong day. Will this rebel ever have her say? When there's a family conversation, I never say a word. They say the children should be seen and not heard. Discrimination. Big, middle, and small. Big, middle, and trifle. Though they try to, they can stifle me. When you think you're tall, it's no good at all to be small.
I was small, and Alice was middle, and Lizzie was big. Now I'm bigger than both of them with a figure like the Carnegie Library.
What do you think you're doing? It's my turn to get washed. I was here before you were. No, you weren't. I was here not. Children, this is still a house of mourning. Now, who is responsible for that appalling racket?
I was.
Edith, I warn you. Of what, may I ask? I'm almost a grown woman. The next time you thrash me, I shall thrash you back. Well, get dressed and downstairs, all of you. Father Solicitor's here to discuss your future.
As executor of the estate of your late father and mother, I am pleased to say that you have all been provided for in a most generous manner. Your sister Edith will, I presume, continue in her admirable fashion to take the place of both dear departed parents. Your sister Clara has, of course, entered the blessed state of matrimony, so her education is, so to speak, completed. Your dear brother Richard has, of course, joined his beloved parents in the vale of eternal rest. So now, what about you wee girls, eh?
I should like to prepare for the service of Almighty God in his mission fields.
Excellent. Alice?
Well, I'm not really sure what I should do. I think I'd like to learn how to operate one of those typewriters.
For what purpose?
To work in an office?
I'm afraid nice girls don't work in offices. Perhaps if you don't want to be educated, you might consider the practical arts. Say, nursing?
If you say so.
Done. And lastly, Emily.
I want an education.
First rate. The university
I wish to get away from this home.
Where?
Anywhere. Anywhere there's an art school.
Losh. An art school, did you see? Yeah, they teach that sort of thing in schools now. I don't think you'll find one in Canada.
There's one in San Francisco. Emily.
So?
Tut, 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 tut. San Francisco is no place for a young lady. Wait till you grow up.
That's what's wrong with this house. No one's allowed to grow up here. That's why I must go, now. Is this real or is it a dream that I'm here at last? Yes, it's really true. I can be whatever I want to be, free at last. Family, adieu.
Life is breezy and free and easy in San Francisco. Listen, cousin, come by the dozen in San Francisco. We the wildest, wickedest women you've ever seen on the Barbary.
It's got cable cars and wide open bus, so romantic.
And for saving the fancy women all live on Grant Street. What a town to kick up your heels and go on a spree on the Barbary.
It's the place to be, it's so free, it's the cat's pajamas.
If you get to be, learn to play by those red hot mamas. It's a town that won't let the let you down, no siree. San Francisco, San Francisco, San Francisco
Do you wish to register your bird, too?
My friends tell me you have fogs here. If this bird dies, I go straight home to Canada.
Bravo. What do you know about art?
Nothing.
Good. Your first lesson will be in comparative anatomy. Your instructor is Mr. Bones, up the stairs and in the door at the top. He's up there. You won't need your bird. We draw bigger bones here.
Mr. Bones? Mr. Bones?
Hello. My name's Lottie, and I can't draw flies.
Really? Well, there are enough of them around here to practice on.
My parents sent me here because they couldn't think of anything else to do with me.
My name's Emily.
Call me Millie. Oh, I'm sorry. How did you do that? They never teach me anything here.
I don't know. I guess I think a thing and draw a line around it. I draw a line and soon I'm on my way. I feel a mood and it becomes a color. A golden summer day. I swirl a girl, a spiral sort of sky, a sky that's more than meets the eye. And when I'm done and people ask, what is it? I simply put it to them in this way. I thought a thing and drew a line around it, and what more is there to say? Come and I'll show you. I think a thing and draw a line around it. I draw a line and then what do I do? You feel a mood and it becomes a color. Color of the bottom of my shoe.
A splash, a dash, don't worry if it's wrong. The thing to do is make it strong.
And when
Millie, it's no use. I'll never learn.
Oh, Lottie, they just never bother to teach you anything here.
The trouble with you is you're homesick. There's a girl here says she's your sister.
Lizzie! She is.
Moll, we were all a little worried about you down here.
Worried I'm having a good time? Well, I am.
And Mr. Carscadden thought that I should have a short vacation before I took on my first mission field.
Oh, Lizzie, I'm so proud. Where?
Oh, I can't pronounce it. One of those funny pagan names. At any rate, we're bringing the word of God to the ignorant heathen of the Queen Charlotte Islands. Emily, what are you drawing?
Life class.
Emmy, that drawing is bare naked.
No, it isn't. It's nude. There's a difference. Do you think it looks like her?
Looks like who? Oh! This is quite the most reprehensible place I've seen.
Lizzie, it's for art.
Emily Carr, your shocking behavior disgraces me.
Lizzie, have a heart.
Such depravity, it's iniquity.
So romantic.
What a Jezebel, you'll go straight to hell.
Or to Grand Street.
Can't you see that this is the devil's work?
No, you're wrong. Here's where I belong.
Don't talk back to me, just start packing. Someday you'll thank me.
I'm still small to you, but what can I do? You outrank me.
It's a town that will never let you down.
No, siree.
Oh, Emily.
San Francisco, San Francisco.
You won't regret this, Millie. The Lord's work needs to be done in these godless islands.
Lizzie. Lizzie, look! What? This place looks more like home to me than home.
The boat was late. We've been holding the service until your arrival. Let's go in.
Millie, come back! You can't...
Oh, finished?
Yes, just catching that boat. Nothing more one can do here, really. Whole place impossible to paint. You know, I was hoping to take a walking tour of your lake district. The place too vast. Too bloody many lakes, pardon my French.
But I thought you'd be painting these.
What? Climb all the way up there to put paint on those things? Must be bonkers.
No, I meant, you see, I want to be a painter, and I
Look,
thought that...
if you want to learn painting, go to England. Everyone knows that.
What is wrong?
You.
Why?
You take away our magic.
With charcoal and paper?
You make our totem to disappear. The spirits will fly out and curse at us. He know. He carved this pole.
How does he know?
Spirits speak to him.
Well then, tell him to ask the spirits if it's all right for me to do this.
It's hard. They accept our Epsom salts and our castor oil, but not our religion. The old heathen ways die.
Stop it! What is the meaning of this? How it?
You have done a very irresponsible thing. These ignorant people must not be encouraged in their godless beliefs. any more of this sort of nonsense, and your presence here will be decidedly unwelcome.
So much for missionaries. Ah! At least the mosquitoes love me.
Spirits speak to us.
Yes?
They say you are one of us.
Oh.
You are now a raven.
I'm what? Oh, that kind of raven.
Clearwick. Clearwick.
Clearwick.
What's he saying?
Clearwick, your raven name.
Why is he laughing?
It's what Clearwick does, laughs all the time. It's what you do.
If you want to learn painting, go to England. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that.
Cox's orange, they're ripe, they're lovely. Come and get them, create us a pun.
No, could you please tell me how to get to the Westminster School of Art?
Get out of it. Cox's orange, come and get them. They're ripe, they're lovely.
Excuse me, could you please...
Fuck off, you slut. This is my corner.
Hello, me lovely.
Let go of me!
Oh.
Ow! My foot! Excuse me, sir, could you please tell...
Move along there, don't stand about here then. Move along there.
I hate London!
Oh, look at that.
Leave me alone!
Here. What's going on here, eh?
From Canada?
Isn't everyone?
What happened, sir, was she attacked me.
Stop your boasting and clear out.
Stop!
It's my big toe. It feels twisted somehow.
I shall carry you until I find a cab.
But I don't even know you.
Oh, we're practically next-door neighbors. I was raised on a ranch in the Caribous. Where are your lodgings?
I haven't any as yet. Is there a YWCA in this wicked place?
Well, I have an aunt in Belgrave Square. Stay with her.
Now, see here.
Martin Radcliffe's the name. Well, you'll like my aunt. She's hard to get along with, too.
Oh, Martin. Martin, I never once told you how I felt.
Oh!
There's nothing wrong with the girl's foot.
It hurt terribly.
It's the shoe. Ill-fitting, ill-made.
She's twisted it, Aunt Vi.
Nonsense. Corns, probably. Tomorrow she goes to my booterer's in Regent Street.
Good afternoon, Lady Ratcliffe. Something in the way of footwear?
Not for me. This young woman here.
Certainly. Oh, it's such a pleasure to have your custom before the advent of the season, Lady Radcliffe. Lady Bellarmine tells me there's no one in town. No, they've all left for the gambling at Le Touquet.
The young lady has been wearing inferior footwear.
Of course.
Oh. When you bring the shoes, would you please let me put them on myself?
This is the finest establishment in London. I have been coming here for 30 years.
Well, I shouldn't be here at all. I need a doctor.
Nonsense. A good brisk walk in some sensible shoes is what you need.
I think our trouble shall soon be over, Lady Radcliffe.
No, please let me do it. No, Don't do that!
30 years. I shall never be able to enter that shop again.
The bone is split. This toe will have to be amputated.
Well, I never.
Good Lord.
Please do it quick. I have to start school next week.
For an amputation, I shall need the signature of your parents.
I have no parents. It's my toe. I'll take the responsibility.
Very well. But you must remain in a wheelchair for at least a fortnight.
2 weeks. It's just the length of my leave. I'll be on the other end of that wheelchair.
Oh, charming.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves. To peek in God's shivers alive among stages is a most dreadful thing.
What's the good of buying tickets, Martin?
Marry me, Emily.
Watch the play.
Do you mind speaking up? Sir Herbert is talking so much on the stage, I can't hear everything you're saying.
Marry me, Emily.
Martin, you mustn't.
Marry me.
Don't be ridiculous, Martin.
Marry me, Emily.
Don't ever say such a silly thing again.
That's right. Not if you know what's good for your body and heart.
Love someone, loving someone dearly, loving them not merely to be loved in return, wanting someone madly, wanting them so badly that you constantly yearn. Every minute, every hour, hoping and longing to you care for, losing them will tear your heart in two. Let it happen, it won't stop me loving someone,
Wait for me, Emily.
I can't wait for anything. I must get to my work.
I'll support you.
No, you don't understand. I love the work. If it wasn't for the daubs I put on paper, all the pieces of me would fly apart, and I couldn't put them together again.
I know you love the work. More than me?
Martin, you must go. You'll be late.
I'll go. But wait for me.
Losing one you care will tear your heart in two.
I can't help you. Go back to Canada. You'll never get well here.
Why?
The pain is only partly in your foot. The real sickness is a kind of claustrophobia. You're a forest tree transplanted to city pavements, and you won't take. Our cities are not for you. There is a sanatorium in Cornwall. I can guarantee you plenty of fresh air.
Stop ringing now. What do you want?
Could you close the windows, please?
Can't. Regulations.
Well, if you can't, then I will.
You can't. They're bolted open.
Why?
Tuberculosis.
Well, I haven't got it.
No, everybody else here has.
Stupid doctor. Get me the superintendent.
You'll have to wait till tomorrow. Anything else?
Yes, a match. I intend to smoke to keep warm.
Oh, God, I needed that.
What price? Regulations. Isn't it a little early for lunch?
Oh, this isn't my lunch.
Breakfast?
No, 11sies. I get fed 6 times a day. Don't you?
No.
Aren't you TB?
No.
Then why are you with us?
I won't be as soon as I see the superintendent.
Are you drawing something?
Uh-huh.
May I look?
When I finish.
Miss Carr, for you.
Oh, Martin.
Who is Martin? He must like you.
Hurry and finish up, Jenny. Your parents are here.
Oh, and my new baby brother.
Yes, but not till you've cleaned your plate.
She never will.
Why not? Mr. Carruthers, really? Mind the laughing, Jenny. No excitement.
Don't forget my appointment with the superintendent.
Jenny, poor wee sparrow.
Can't I hold him?
No, no, dear, you know that.
Well, we must be off, I'm afraid.
Wish I could go with you.
That can't be. And not with little Reggie. You might make him sick.
I suppose I mustn't kiss him.
You mustn't kiss any of us.
Well, love, we must be off now. Take care of yourself. We'll be back soon.
Stay well.
Jenny, look.
I hear laughing. Not allowed. Temperatures, temperatures. Mustn't excite the patients. Eat up, Jenny. Miss Carr, the superintendent will see you now.
We're having our annual picnic next week. Will you come with me?
This way, Miss Carr.
Will you, Miss Carr?
Tell the superintendent I'm staying. Yes, of course I will, Jenny. And call me Emily.
Oh, good. It should be jolly fun. Here's my favorite spot.
This is where you have the picnic?
Every year, rain or shine.
I noticed that.
We can visit all the patients who were with us last year. See? This is Jeffrey. He was such fun. Shh. Something living. Nightingales.
Really?
Oh, Emily, can we keep them?
I think we might have to. They're starving.
Perhaps their parents got tired of visiting them.
Will they eat ants? Aunts, uncles, the whole family.
All right now. All right, everyone. Settle down now. And don't forget, watch the birdie.
Step right up, look at the birdie on your toes. Look at the birdie, strike a pose. Give it a little style.
Some people walking about will always wear a frown. Put on a grin, it's not a sin.
Think of a monkey in a tree, soon you'll start to tee-hee-hee.
Laugh it up, look at the birdie, don't be shy. Look at the birdie, if you try, you'll be the by a mile.
Cheer up, sang a little bird. Cheer up, it's a magic word.
That's it. Now look at the birdie and smile. Step right up, look at the birdie, wink your eye. Look at the birdie, by and by, you'll find a smile will grow. And when you smile at your neighbor, he'll smile back at you.
Wrinkle your nose, that's how it goes.
Start with a little ha-ha-ha and work up to a big guffaw.
Now, no excitement here. What's all this?
Just some birds in a cage.
Oh, I don't know about this.
Matron says we're allowed, doesn't she, Emily?
Come along, Jenny. Time for our bath.
But we're having our pictures taken.
Oh, well, be quick about it.
Ha, 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 look at the birdie, ho, ho, ho. Look at the birdie, ha, ha, ha. It's going to last a while. Cheer up, birds are cooing it.
Cheer up, now you're doing it.
That's it, just look at the birdie and smile. 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 Look at the birdie and smile.
For the 8th time, Martin, I will not marry you. Now to more important things. I think the doctors here must all be Christian Science. They keep saying better, better, better when I know I'm dying. Dying of boredom, that is. The minute I get released from here, I'm going straight back to Canada.
Jenny Scrapton died in her bath. Doctor said it was caused by overexcitement since the corpse still had a smile on her face.
When the heartbreak is over, will I be the same? Will the nightingale thrill me like the sound of your name? Will there be rainbows right after the rain? The way it was before. When the heartbreak is over, will life become new? Or will all that I find here remind me of you? Although my heart is numb, the spring will come and life will still go on. When the heartbreak is over, will the heartache be gone?
Hush, Coco. Whoever it is will soon go away. Knock away, world. I can wait till either you or I knock ourselves out.
Small. You smoke?
Like a chimney. Doctor's orders, Lizzie.
Really?
Cross my heart and hope to spit, Alice. He says it's good for my nerves.
Well, it's not very good for mine. There's little enough oxygen in here as it is.
Well, welcome back to Canada.
Scadden, how are you?
Elizabeth, Alice. Well, now, Emily, how did you find the Heart of Empire?
I'm afraid I was a pine tree in a pot. I didn't fit.
Well, now, what's happened to your art?
Nothing, I'm afraid.
And all Father's money spent on it.
Yes, well, I'm afraid there's precious little of that left. Still, as Mr. Bernard Shaw says, if you cannot do, you can always teach.
Teach? How can I teach? I have no qualifications.
Oh, goodness, Emily, you have to make it pay off in some way.
My dear wife is a member of the James Bay Arts and Crafts Club. They're looking desperately for someone to give them criticism. And Emily, you must have plenty of that.
Oh, she's such a dear wee thing. You know, she does the most
Lovely
beautiful-
afternoon, ladies.
Yes.
Lots of things to sketch here. Live models everywhere you look. Birds, butterflies. See that cat crawling along the fence?
Oh, we never use models. Oh, no, dear. We like to use our imaginations. 2 lumps, dear.
3. And do you know?
You can look if you want to, but I don't want one word of criticism.
Yoo-hoo! Miss Carr, would you come over here, please? You're from England, aren't you?
No.
I just love the way they do things so much better in London.
What's this?
Oh, can't you see? It's a sunset.
Really? I thought it was a plate of scrambled eggs.
Oh, did you?
It's no use, Mr. Carscadden. I can't teach and they won't learn. I'm going home.
Home? But this is home.
Not to me, it isn't. The forest has something to say, and I must be there to hear.
I'm going home, back to the forest, just like a child runs, I'll run to you, to press my face down and stop the wanting, to touch your coolness, forever haunting. In that peace, I look around me and see the forest and hear its call. I know the beauty, the joy of living. I know the wonder of it all. I'm home at last, my heart has brought me, and in the stillness where shadows fall, I feel the stirring of our creation, and oh, the wonder of it
What brings you up this way, miss?
My heart and my paint box. Why?
It's not usual to find a white girl traveling alone up here.
I understand Indians better than whites. When they grunt, I grunt back.
I just thought I'd warn you, there might be some trouble this weekend. They're throwing one of their local shindigs.
A potlatch?
Yeah, that's what they call them, all right.
Good. I plan to take part.
Well, if you do, it'll be the last one you'll take part in.
Why?
Because from now on, the government says these dues are illegal. This is their last weekend to hoot and holler.
The last potlatch.
So, for your own protection, miss, I'll just take your name, just in case. Oh, you know. Your name?
Clewick.
Oh, gee. How do you spell that?
Father! Father!
Yeah. Clewick! Clewick! Halakot, please.
Wife, Sophie Tanuk. Only one child, Mary. She got job down Victoria.
Glad to meet you. From Victoria, too?
Yes, and glad to be from it.
I will be glad to get back there.
Well, what brings you here, then?
My father. The potlatch is when the chief hands over power to his son. My father is chief, but he has only me.
So you come to honor him?
If you like. Then straight back to Victoria and start my nursing. I'll only be a ward aide at first, but I hope to be RN. If they let me. No Indian girl has been allowed to.
You will.
I hope so. See you at the potlatch. In case you were wondering, my father said, "Come enter my lodge and share the wealth of my house."
Cooch! Cooch!
Hoya. That is Raven's call. Timberwolf outside. Must keep him out.
You think it is hot now? Wait. And nobody dares move away from the fire or they lose face.
What's that stuff?
They call it the sacred spirit of the deep. I call it fish oil. These are tears. That's the price you pay for being Indian.
Tastes like macaroni.
It's sea cucumber. I prefer macaroni.
Put back in water. So salmon come back to life with all his bones. Salmon never die. Come back full of same bones.
I think the roof's gonna catch on fire.
I know. We call it a grease feast.
Well, doesn't anybody do anything?
Father will, as soon as the frog chief gives his copper to put out the fire.
A copper? Well, that isn't very much. I'll give that.
It's not that kind of copper. Watch.
Okay, Chief. Time's up.
Now they all go back to the fish canneries. Their moment of glory is over.
Glory? My father had a chance to be rich, and he threw it in the fire. That piece of copper was worth 14,000 blankets.
Maybe your father's honor is more important to him.
I'm going to the white man's city and make some money. I don't understand you Indians. See you in Victoria.
Not for a long, long time. Why do you stay, Jimmy?
Holes. Die on ground. Somebody gotta tell them a story.
That's pretty. Not bad.
Jimmy, are there any totems at Kitwancool?
Yeah.
Will you take me there in the morning?
There's no people, Kitwancool. Only ghosts.
Oh, I want to see poles, not people. Will you take me there in your boat?
You go quick in the morning. Not stay in dark.
I'll be ready at sunrise. Phew. If it gets any hotter, I may become a demonstrating Doukhobor. Sophie, it's nearly noon. Sophie, when do we leave?
By and by.
Jimmy, when are we leaving?
We're coming. Pretty soon.
What was that? Wolves?
Nah, just ducks.
All the time hungry. No people.
They won't attack us.
Nah, not duck. Some bears, maybe. I smell rain.
What's that building over there?
Chief's house.
Well, if it rains, we can take shelter there. Well, I'm gonna have a look-see. Uh-oh. Here comes the rain. Sophie? Jimmy? Come back! Wait! Come back! Why did you leave me here? Why? Why?
Hello, Cotley.
Well, hope you two slept well.
Pretty good.
Why did you rush off and leave me like that? I spent the most terrifying night of my life.
Dusanokwa.
What?
Sophie afraid of Dusanokwa.
Who's he?
Wild lady. Live in woods. Carry off all Sophie Jimmy's babies. Except Mary.
What is she, some kind of bad spirit?
Sometimes bad, sometimes good, like everybody.
Jimmy not afraid of Dusanokwa.
Well, then why didn't you stay here last night?
This not my lodge house. Belong to Frog Chief.
Well, he isn't here now.
Sure. Look up there.
What do you want?
Excuse me, please. I am Marius Barbeau. I am looking for the lady who does the painting, Clewick.
Who?
Alice, he means Emily. You've got the wrong car. Take the path to the left.
I have... no one is at home.
She's home, all right.
But not to you or anybody else.
She's even stopped breeding.
You mean she's dead?
No, thank goodness.
No. We're not going out today. At least not out there. Yes, Sophie. Some people in Vancouver want to see my paintings, and I feel ready to show them, too. Sophie, let me help you. Yes. I'll get you back into bed. Come on.
No. Me like kitchen floor for sick. Sophie die on ground, like Indians should.
Die nonsense.
All my things I keep round me when I go to grave house. You give Sophie something?
Yes, anything.
You give me her for grave house. Then all Sophie's babies come back to her.
Those trees look like they were all drowned under the sea.
I keep telling you, the camera never lies. Give me your old brownie every time.
Well, I don't know. I know what I like, and I don't like that.
You know what I'd call it? Casting swirls before pine.
Well, they've gone.
You and Alice haven't said a word about my paintings.
Oh, you know me, Emily. I know nothing about art. Mind you, I did like most of the frames.
And what about you, Lizzie? You usually have an opinion.
Well, I didn't mind the one of the cabbage bursting open.
That is not a cabbage, it's a Douglas fir.
But the rest were the usual atrocities. Really, Emily, you might have put a nice little house in one or two of your paintings. You have to give people something besides all that nature.
Millie, how can you go back up north again? You didn't sell one painting, and Father's bequests are all used up. What will you do for money?
I'll do what the Indians do.
Oh, really? I think you love those Indians because they never talk back to you.
Well, they did it.
No, I'd like to punch that old Kaiser in the nose.
You may get your chance. Government's going to declare war tonight.
Ours or Britain's?
What difference does it make? Where are you off to?
Oh, make her stay, Lizzie. She could help me with my kindergarten.
I can't abide children. You know that.
But you can abide 3 squares a day. We've all got to do our bit till this war is won. What will you do, Emily?
Well, I suppose I could always do for a sandbag. Come on, girls. So this is the boarding house business. I wash, I cook, I slave. Getting their 3 squares is giving me nightmares. I'll go to an early grave. But we need the money.
Here come the boarders. Get in your place and put on a landlady's face.
Put on a landlady's face, put on a look of remorse. Tell them you're serving them filet mignon when it's really a fillet of horse. Life is a boarding house stew, everything goes in the pot. Here's to good luck with it, Alice, you're stuck with it whether you like it or not.
Put more coal in the furnace.
Put more meat in the stew.
The paper's all gone from the WC.
What's a poor body to do but put on a landlady's face, put on a face like a shrew. Tell them you've slaved over fillet of sole when it tastes like the sole of your shoe.
There's a ring in the bathtub. All the hot water is gone.
Yakety, 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 yak. It's murderous how they go on. But I put on a landlady's face, put on a face that is kind. slice them a generous piece of the roast when you'd rather a piece of your mind.
I say lend me 10 till tomorrow. My remittance is still overdue. Oh,
I'm sick of their welching and squabbling and belching, and yet there is nothing to do but put on a landlady's face, put on a look of repose. Serve them a bowl full of strawberry punch, which you wish was a punch and a nose.
There's a leak in the ceiling. There's a mouse in the hole.
If I flip my flipper, I'll be Jack the Ripper and brick them all up in the wall. And put on a landlady's face, put on a look full of fun. With a smile oh so sunny and quick like a bunny, I'll take all their money and run.
Emily, you forgot to say grace.
What? I put on a landlady's face.
I should like to introduce all of you to our newest guests, Mrs. Williams and young Carroll. Mrs. Williams will be staying with us while her husband is busy serving with His Majesty's Navy. What's that?
Horse meat stew.
No, I mean this painting on the wall.
Oh, don't be frightened, dear. You can have my chair. I can't bear looking at it.
It's enough to turn your stomach. If she wasn't such a good cook, I'd up and leave.
Oh, that funny face on the telegraph pole gives me the creeps the way it stares straight through me.
Oh, we'll soon fix that.
God, I'd sure hate to come in here in the dark.
Are you the painter, Mrs. Carr?
Miss Carr. We used to, haven't for some time.
That's a shame. Do you teach?
No, I tried it once. I didn't like it.
Carol here is such an active child. She'll have a lot of time in her hands while I work.
It must be fun.
Sometimes.
How'd you ever learn to do all that?
Well, I think a thing and draw a line around it. I draw a line and soon I'm on my way. I feel a mood and it becomes a color.
A color of a golden summer day.
That's right. I swirl, I curl, a spiral sort of sky.
A sky that's more than meets the eye.
And when I'm done and people ask,
what is it?
I simply put it to them in this way. I thought a thing and drew a line around it, and what more is there to say? Good day. Mary Tannock?
Mary Tannock. 2 bits.
Why, Millie, why?
Well, we couldn't bear to see him cold.
But he's shivering in the pet shop, Miss Lizzie.
I never thought a relation of mine would sink to a baboon.
He is not a baboon, but you're right. He is a relative of yours.
Mom? Sorry, I mean Emily.
That's all right. You can call me Mom. I don't mind. If you let me call you Baboo.
Baboo, what a funny name.
The 2 things I've always wanted, a little daughter like you and a baboon. So, if I call you Baboo and you call me Mom, all my wants will come true.
Then, Mom, why'd that woman say what she said when we passed her today?
What woman?
The one who said, I guess an old woman like that would have no better use for a baby carriage. And then she laughed.
Oh, filthy swine. Oh. When he first started doing that, I used to slap him on the seat and throw him out into the garden. Now he still does it, but he slaps his own seat and he tosses himself out the window. Yes, come in.
Darling, darling, we can go home.
Home?
Home to Daddy, precious.
But Daddy's not at home.
But he will be, love. He will be.
Why? What happened?
Oh, Miss Carr, it's wonderful. The Germans have asked for an armistice. Come, darling, we must start packing. We'll leave tomorrow.
Babu?
I'm sorry. Carol's asleep.
Yes, I know. It's you I came to talk to, if I may.
Oh, come in, come in. I was just writing a letter to my dear husband.
He must be very happy.
I think today must be the most wonderful day of my life. Carol will miss you terribly.
Yes, I know. That's why I came to. But...
Yes, Miss Carr?
Well, Mrs. Williams, I don't love many, but when I do, I love hard, and it's even harder for me to unlove again. What would you think if I took Carol for adoption? Now, I know it sounds, well, please don't think I'm a crazy old woman, but don't you see, Carol calls me Mom already, and you can have lots of other children with your husband. Don't you see, this is my only, it's my only...
Good night, Miss Carr. I know my daughter will never forget you.
When the heartbreak is over, will life become new? Or will all that I find here remind me of you? Although my heart is numb, the spring will come and life will still go on. When the heartbreak is over, heartache be gone.
Go away, whoever you are.
Who's downstairs?
Oh, I don't know. Carol? Is that you?
I'm small. You must be big.
Oh, Lord. I'm losing my mind.
Why not? You've lost everything else.
What are you doing here? Why don't you stop all that nonsense and get married and have children?
Because you wouldn't let me. And now all we belong to is each other, because no one else will have us.
Who are you? What do you mean by walking into my house? How dare you?
Clearwick.
Clearwick is dead.
Then who are you?
Sonnequa, the crazy old woman who steals little children.
I saw your children downstairs. They are beautiful.
What are you talking about? I have no children.
How much for this masterpiece?
2 bits. Get off this property. Leave an old woman to die in peace. Na-do, na-do-do, ha-ha, na.
Na-do, na-do, do. If you are going to die, then you must have all your possessions with you in your grave house. You are the Sonnequa, hiding such children from the rest of the world.
The world doesn't want to see them.
But other artists should see them. A.Y. Jackson, Lauren Harris, the whole group of 7.
Well, who are they? I never heard of them.
Nor they of you, but this is stupid. You are all artists living in the same country. You all paint in new ways. You should know of each other's work.
Why? Nobody wants it?
You are wrong. I think you are a very great artist.
I'm an old fool, and you are a younger one.
Perhaps so. Then come with me on a fool's errand, and I will show you that others think and feel and see the way you do.
Oh, God, what have I seen? Where have I been? Something has spoken to the very soul of me. Wonderful, mighty, not of this world. Chords way down in my being have been touched. Dumb notes have struck chords of wonderful tone. Something has called out of somewhere. Something in me is trying to answer.
Today I'll be 102, or is it 16, or 45? It doesn't matter how man counts years, what matters is feeling alive. I can feel the pulse of life that's all around me, in the vastness of the brooding trees and sky, and the deep and silent falling of a seabird makes me see how insignificant am I. What is part of me is part of every wave song, and every wave song is a particle of me. As I call to every mountain peak, what am I? And the answer is an echo. I am